On behalf of the coaching staff, players, and school community, I'd like to welcome you to our Parents' Night tonight. Tonight we take a moment to recognize and thank the people who have supported our athletes every step of the way, our parents and guardians. From early morning practices, long drives to games, countless loads of laundry, and unwavering support in the stands, your dedication makes all the difference. You are the backbone of this team, and we are incredibly grateful for everything you do. Thank you, parents and guardians. We will now begin by introducing our varsity players and parents in number order. Number 0, Hannah Kendhammer, with guardians Sharon and Tom Kendhammer. Number 2, Maggie Salama, with Amy Salama. Number 3, Ava Brown, with Angie Brown. Number 4, Ella Bast, with Amy and Adam Bast. Number 5, Chloe Gregerson, with Emily and Glenn Gregerson. Number 6, Sophie Bast, with Amy and Adam Bast. Number 7, Maggie McConnell, with Jen and Luke McConnell. Number 8, Haley Huntley, with Nancy and Tim Huntley. Number 9, Britta Holter, with Todd and Anna Holter. Caitlin Sanders, with Debbie Sanders. Number 11, Armana Ransanici, with Trina and Darren. Number 13, Morgan Monroe, with Nicole and JJ Monroe. Number 14, Raina Fort, with Shannon and Jamie Fort. Number 15, Lindsay Ferrara, with Tyler and Suzanne Ferrara. Number 17, Matea Langenau, with Kate and Dave. Number 19, Nevaeh Tillman, with Dan and Jan, and happy birthday, Jan. Number 21, Lily Rouleau, with Maggie. And number 22, Natalie Rampton, with Stacy. That's our varsity squad. We'd like to thank our parents for all of your efforts throughout this season. In a moment, we will move into our JV squads. Starting with Raider White, Avery Agrimson, with Kim Agrimson. Estella Caruso, with Katie and Chad Christensen. Abby Firereisen, with Jen. Greta Geese, with Amy Geese. Lainey Hansen, with Stacy and Aaron. Callie Heidinger, with Stacy Heidinger. Brooklyn Cost, with Charlene. McKenna Larson, with Amanda Kraus. Claire Nigon with Beth and Adam. Leah Prince with Mary Prince. Kelsey Roeder with Tammy and Craig Roeder. Veda Shui with Erica and Matthew Shui. Alyssa Vinopal with Megan Vinopal. Lauren Voss with Lori and Mark. Thank you, parents of Raider White. We appreciate all you have done to raise these girls and make them part of this great soccer community. Now for Raider Blue. Evelyn Backen with Cassandra Backen. Rania Bata with Manal. Rowan with Dan. Carter Hansen with Krista and Billy. Taylor Johnson with Heidi Johnson. Tula Knutson with Allian and Kelsey. Maddie Krusemark with Jill and Carrie. Addie Kumlian with Lindsay. Catherine Lozano with Cameron Minga. Chloe Nell with Lisa. Annika Olson with Jill and Eric. Molly Peterson with John Peterson. Alyssa Raven with Rick and Angela Raven. Anna Volobsek with Becky Volobsek. And Avery Vu with Cy and Destiny. I'd like to thank our Raider Blue team. I'd like to thank all of our parents that are here in attendance, those that are not here. And if by chance we miss someone, we certainly apologize, but we appreciate all of you. Thank you for creating this great team at all levels, and have a great night and a great rest of the season.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another River Channel broadcast of our hometown Hudson Raiders girls soccer. Tonight's matchup has the visiting Eau Claire Memorial High School Old Abe's in white, playing from right to left on your screen, taking on the hometown Hudson Raiders in blue, playing from left to right on your screen. Tonight is Parents' Night, so we had the extravaganza before the match of acknowledging and thanking parents for all their efforts tonight. It's Maggie Salama coming down the sideline, trying to make things happen, but kind of blocked off the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. Will be an Old Abe's throw deep in their own territory. It's a quick turn by the Old Abe's, but Natalie Rampton there to disrupt that turn. Puts it out of bounds, though. Memorial trying to pop it into the middle of the field, but a little light on that. There's Salama sending up a floater. That's not a bad play. And an offsides call on the Raiders, and that'll be a free kick for the Old Abe's. Catherine, always good to have you in the broadcast. here to watch Lily Rouleau. I would welcome anyone from Eau Claire, from Hudson, or anywhere that's watching to drop a chat in the YouTube channel of who you are, who you're watching, and where you're from. It's always fun to know where people are from. We have over 30 some people watching right now, so it'd be great to have some of you share where you're at and who you're rooting for tonight. It's like Rampton in the corner. That's Rancinici on the ball. Pulls it back to Lily Rouleau, but the old Abes are on it. There's Nevaeh Tillman, who makes a strong 2 defensive plays there. Gets disrupted on the third. She didn't have a lot she could do with that ball, but strong play by Nevaeh. Big ball through. That's a nice play. Inadvertent handball. Looks like that was maybe on Ava Brown. Nothing you can do about that when the ball takes a wicked hop, and that's going to be another free kick for the old Abes. Big ball up. Inadvertent head over by the Raiders, but there's Britta Holter with the clear. Up to Rouleau. Tillman's on it. Gets a little sun in her eyes, I think, and that ball kind of skimmed the wrong way. She's on it. There's some speed. There's a little physicality, but nothing wrong there. And Tillman rides that ball out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Raiders. Eau Claire Memorial, the old Abes here, one of 2 major high schools in the Eau Claire area. There's Eau Claire North and Eau Claire Memorial here, and then a number of these Raider girls, at least 4, will be shortly moving to Eau Claire to attend the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Not far from Hudson, about an hour west if you're unfamiliar with the geography. All right, we are about pushing into the 4th minute of the match. Our score remains tied at 0-0. Big clear by Kendhammer. Nice play. It's always nerve-wracking for a goalkeeper to come that far out, but a wise move by Kendhammer that usually is from good communication from the rest of the team. Ball comes back to the Eau Claire goalkeeper. That's Ashlyn Schrader. The old Abes try for a clear, but the Raiders disrupt that. That's McConnell, again, disrupting in the center. Again, a little physical collision there, but that is not a foul, and the ref wisely made that play. But another offsides, significantly behind when the call was made, but that doesn't mean anything because sometimes the referee is looking one way and not seeing his assistant ref on the sideline with the flag up. So it'll be a free kick here for the old Abes. Raiders, that's the second offsides in these first 5 minutes, so they're playing it right on the line and playing aggressive. Here come the old Abes now on the attack. Some speed there on that wing, but that ball moves on the turf and that gets away from the old Abes. It'll be a goal kick for Hannah Kendhammer. We do have a few ball fetchers around the field. No one behind the Raiders' goal, though. So Kendhammer went to get that herself. I see a new interesting net apparatus around the Eau Claire goal to keep the ball somewhat in bounds. Big boot by Kendhammer. And that'll be an old Abes throw. Nice play there. Gets it over to Sophie Bast. And the Old Abe's play it all the way back to the goalkeeper, who tries for the clear. The Raiders pick it off. Rancinici's on it. But a nice clear again by the Old Abe's. Rancinici keeps fighting, as does Lily Rouleau, but the clear gets out. McConnell tries to pop it back in, gets control. Pulls it around to look for her teammates, but gets it out wide. But yeah, this time for sure I would agree that offsides. I didn't see the other two well enough to say yay or nay, but Maggie was a good 2 yards offsides on that play. The offside rule is one of the hardest ones sometimes for people to fully understand, because it's really when the ball is kicked that the penalty gets called, not when the ball gets to where it is. And so if players are offsides, that was darn close there, but Salama was onside, because most people are not looking at the line of defense when the ball is kicked. They look at the line of defense when the ball gets there, and by then players may or may not be offside still. So it's really it's something tough for the fans to keep an eye on. If you can watch a replay, it helps a lot. Anyway, here we go again. Old Abe's on the attack. Tillman in the corner, playing the angle nicely. There's some speed over there. I'll see if I can find the number. Nice save by Kendhammer. Gets down low, covers it up, and gets the clear. But there's some real speed on that far side right winger for the Old Abe's, and they know it because they keep feeding the ball over there. Tough bounce off Maggie's foot there, and it's going to be another throw-in for the Old Abe's. Raiders get it back. They're going to send it wide. Salama can run. She's got distance, though, and nicely played by number 14, Allie Levick of the Old Abe's. Clear by Ashlyn Schrader of the Old Abe's, but right to the Raiders. Another offsides on the Raiders. All right. Ball comes around. Yeah, another offsides, and that was the right call again. Raiders just need to pay attention. I haven't been able to tell if Memorial's trying to pull them off, or if they're just kind of just not focusing to see if they are on or off, but the Raiders, that's about the third or fourth offsides now of the night, which means they got to start paying attention to that. And another one. That might be a record for offsides in the first 10 minutes of a match. Another free kick here for the Old Abe's. Hard collision there. Old Abe's playing it back. Now trying to send it through, but that ball goes wide, and we'll finally get our subs into the match. In for the Old Abes, number 9, Katie Tautant, and number 15, Avery Brettel. In for the Raiders, number 4, Ella Bast, and number 8, Haley Huntley. All right, again, you know what we're seeing here tonight is another offsides by the Raiders. It's time we have to adjust a bit. Losing opportunities, that's 6 opportunities or so. You know, part of the game also is trying to understand the referees and what they're going to do. And it's clear the referee, the AR tonight is he's going to call it. So you got to be aware and be ready for it. There's a nice play. Could see that Maggie was really eyeballing to make sure she was onside. Good play here. Here comes Rampton. A nice ball across. Oh, really nice play, but nobody home, unfortunately, by Natalie Rampton. Great effort there. Salama moved in nicely to be where you'd want her, but the ball just didn't end up ideally where the Raiders want it. Here comes the Old Abes. Oh, what a nice play there. That's number 14, Raina Ford. A great defensive takeaway there. Some real speed. In for the Raiders, number 17, Mateo Langenau. Off the Raiders, that'll be looks like it is off the Old Abes. And that's going to be a goal kick for Hannah Kendhammer. There's been a lot of games where Hannah Kendhammer has not really had any action. Tonight she's getting a little action, although neither team has had. The last attempt by the Raiders was the first close scoring attempt by either team. They've been pressuring, but neither is getting off any solid scoring opportunities, and that didn't even result in a true shot on goal or anything. So throw in here for the Old Abes. Pressure from behind. Haley Huntley sends it to space, hoping someone can get there, but the only one there is Auclair for this big left-footed turn. Tough trip. Another offside. Rampton caught offside there on that play. Number 1, Lydia Palmier back in the game for the Old Abes, and number 22, Piper Gunderson in. So that was the 7th offside on the Raiders so far tonight. That's a stat I don't usually keep track of. But we're on a record pace, so I'm going to see what happens. Corner kick here for the Raiders. Raiders make good things happen when they're not offside. So here comes Maggie McConnell. Corner kick specialist. Senior. She'll probably place it right about the middle of the D or I. Not bad right there, but wow, what a nice play by Ashlyn Schrader. Really nice grab out of the air. A lot of times a high ball like that gets punched. Tillman's on it. She's got number 3, Nora Kling, on her, and Kling's got real speed. Gets a fortunate turn. Tough angle to score on there. And fortunately, for the Raiders, Kling took the shot instead of centering it for some teammates coming in, and the Raiders avoid one there. It's a good play by Tillman. Just kind of an unfortunate turn on the ball that gave Kling the ball with nothing but space for her, and but the Raiders avoid any true shot on goal, and our score stays 0-0. Raiders defense getting some action here tonight. Again, a lot of games they don't see this much action, so this is kind of fun to see them get a little more challenged. Oof. That ball was sitting there for Ramthan, just a little too far away for her to do any damage with it. Tillman again on it. Nice play by Maggie McConnell there to get control of a bouncing ball. Sends it out wide. Maggie Salama wisely plays that so that she's onside and earns the throw in here. Comes a throw by Salama. Ooh. Good effort by Haley Huntley. Pushes a hard ball through, gets kind of disrupted, but still gets that ball through, but ends up in the hands of Eau Claire goalkeeper Ashlyn Schrader. Little flip over pass, just out of the reach of number 22. Piper Gunderson of Eau Claire. Number 6, Sophie passed back in the game for the Raiders. Raiders off to having a great season. It's almost the end of the regular season, I believe. Thursday night's matchup in River Falls is the Raiders' last Big Rivers Conference match. Raiders' record as of now is 10-1-1. So a great season for this team. You wouldn't expect much different from a team with 12 seniors on it. That's almost unheard of in soccer to have that many seniors on any squad, but the Raiders are showing what that does with a strong record. All wins except a loss to Kimberly and a tie to Wausau West on just on Saturday. And there's another offsides on the Raiders on Bast. So the Raiders then are undefeated in conference play. So I have to think that is gonna, if they can pull out, for sure, if they can pull out victories tonight and Thursday, that would clinch the conference championship for them, because they would have beaten everybody in the conference. And a loss, I'm not sure where that's going to put them, so we'll have to see. I don't know what the records are. I'll have to look that up before Thursday's match in River Falls. I believe River Channel, I believe we will be broadcasting that match. I don't know if my friend and colleague Jeff Munter will be joining me in River Falls on Thursday, but if we can do it, we're going to be there, and we should have more information there about where the Raiders are standing in the conference play and where they'll rank there. But they should rank very high in the section with the performances they've had. Was not able to see the Wausau West game to know how that fared in a tie. I was at the loss to Kimberly. Raiders played a number of combinations of players in different ways, just kind of see what was going on. All right, we're going to hold off on announcing those subs because I missed a few. All right, we are halfway through the first half. Score 0-0. One shot by each team on goal, and I would say neither of those were high percentage shots, so our defenses are holding strong. This is going to come down to an interesting finale, I have a feeling. It's a warm night here in Hudson, as I think the whole state of Wisconsin is, pretty much the whole Midwest. It's about 86 degrees for a high today. It's probably still in the 70s, and but cools down nicely at night, not a lot of humidity. So these girls in the second half, it'll probably be very, very comfortable for them. Comes a goal kick here with Ashlyn Schrader of Eau Claire taking the kick. She's got a good leg. Quick turn pass there by number 17, Elise Thomas. McConnell plays it out wide to Ava Brown. Raiders passing just a little bit off. That's what kind of happens when you're playing a strong, fast defense. Here comes the old Abes. They're going to have a chance to do something here. Pulls it back, centers it. Nobody home, though, and it actually was offsides. This time, the offsides on Eau Claire and not the Raiders. So we'll take that. We have 8 offsides total by the Raiders and 1 offsides by Memorial so far. And another offsides. There's number 9. On that time, Sophie Bast, I believe, number 6. I'll have to try to see at halftime if we can see if the defense is stepping up and just catching the Raiders off or not. But Raiders got to be focused and play off that. Raiders defense holding strong, but Eau Claire again, they're really trying to feed number 3, Nora Kling over there. And that ball just had too much heat and not a good angle for her to get to. Number 11, Armana Ransanici back in the game for the Raiders. All right, here comes another goal kick from Hannah Kendhammer. Nice ball by Kendhammer, big kick. Seen 2 quality goalkeepers tonight, making some nice plays, making good judgment calls, good strong legs. So that's fun to watch, and why we're sitting at 0-0. Oh, there's a quick play. It's a nice play there. Tough by Sophie Bass, though, just too much defense, and the ball always slows you down, and then the defense is able to pick it up. Holter's going to chase this down, and will be a Raiders throw. So it looks like Nora Kling has now moved to the left side of the field. I don't know if Raiders have noticed that or what, but the speed will now be on the near side for Eau Claire Memorial. Ransanici on it, plays it back to McConnell, who's getting harassed. Something McConnell doesn't see a lot of is people challenging her. Really a high quality player. Lots of, I thought that might have been offsides, but no. Bast is on it. She plays it out instead of taking it in and shooting. To her credit, that ball was moving awkwardly and bouncy, so she maybe felt like she was not going to get a quality shot off. So sometimes that judgment call pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes taking a shot that you're not 100% confident in is not going to result in anything either. So no harm, no foul, no goal, but Raiders will get other opportunities. Moving into the 26th minute, our score still sits at 0-0. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the River Channel. Ooh, quick blast there. Sneaky shot. Not sure who got that. I'm thinking it might be Raina Fort. Ball comes through. Holter tries to play it with her foot and gets a little bit bouncy on her. Here comes Kling. Coming to the middle with some speed. She made a nice play, drew everybody to the far side, and then tried to put it in the near side corner of the goal, but didn't really hit that the way she wanted, fortunately for the Raiders, and our score stays 0-0. Number 22, Natalie Rampton back in for the Raiders. Holter's on it, sends it up. Ball goes off her foot a little awkwardly, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Old Abes. Chloe Gregerson in the match for the Raiders now. That must have been one of the subs I missed before, and she gets the clear. Ken hammer on it, and we'll get a punt off. These teams seem very evenly matched. Strong defenses and strong offenses. So it's going to be tactical here. Who's going to crack first? I would guess, based on what I've seen in conference play, that Eau Claire Memorial here probably could be sitting in contention for the conference title. Maybe at halftime I can check out the Big Rivers Conference website and see if there are any current standings, so we can see where this all sits. Because from what I've seen from most of these matches of conference play, these are by far the two better teams so far. There's Kling, gets a quick move, and wow, Kendhammer, great save. Low blast towards the center. Kendhammer's there, makes a great save, and holds the lead, or holds the tie for the Raiders. That was a chance Kling would probably want back. In for the Old Abes, number 8, Kate Roberts. Number 15, Avery Brettel. And number 21, Maggie Sheehan. All right, corner kick for the Old Abes. They're there, they get the head, but the timing on the header sends it high. That's the hardest part for headers, is the actual timing and direction that we put on it. Number 2, Maggie Salama, and number 21, Lily Rouleau, back in the match for the Raiders. All right, here we go. Moving into the 30th minute of this match, our score still remains 0-0 with even shots on goal. Raiders playing just a hair, they're passing just a hair slow, I think, for the level of defense here. Salama sends it. Raiders going to try to get it. That's number 11, Ransonici on it. She takes a long blast and sends it wide. Didn't get a lot on it. Didn't have the right angle, but I like the attempt. And that'll be a goal kick now for the Old Abes. In this type of game, you have to take the shot when you get it from now on, because they can tell they're just not going to come very often. So if you get an opening, you got to take the shot within, especially within 15 yards or so. Here we go. There's again trying to feed it up to Kling, who's got the speed. McConnell had the angle and the was close enough and can take that one, but it's going to be a Old Abe's throw. Good hustle there by Ransonici to come back and help out. Or no, that's Ransonici. Not afraid of contact is Armana Ransonici, and that's one reason she's going to continue playing soccer in college at Gustavus, I believe. So she'll have probably a very impressive college career to match her high school career. Armana, a 4-year varsity player. It's been really fun to watch her over those years. I've been here for all 4. It's a good play for the Raiders. Some speed here too. Sophie Bask sends it in. It's again a tough angle to score on from distance, and but Raiders need to be talking to. I can't quite hear if they're communicating. Kling is setting up wide for something good, but the Raiders defense plays really well there and gets the ball out. Nice take there by Ramthen. Tries to quickly turn it back to the middle, but Old Abe's defense holds strong. Ooh, thank you to my good friend Mike Grickus, who's at home listening to the match. The Raiders are in first place in the Big Rivers Conference with 12 points, but Eau Claire Memorial right behind with 11 points. So this match means a lot for final standings. Thank you, Mike Grickus. Number 7, Adeline Virgutz in for the Old Abes. And number 4, Elabast in for the Raiders. Down to about 7 minutes in the half. Score remains tied, 0-0. Ball comes through. Ramthen sets. Has a little give and go. Oh, what a play by the Raiders. Wow. Ramthen almost gets that ball. I think that was Ransonici with the feed. Really nice play. That is one you'd like to have back again, but it shows that the seams are there. But that was a quick passing sequence that was, given and going, and people being in the angles they're supposed to be in on those plays. And that's what happens when balls go where they're supposed to be and where, okay, referee calls a foul there on that collision. That gives the Old Abes a free kick at midfield. They can do something dangerous with this if they want to, but they're not really sending, they're just sending Kling, who's got, she gets an interesting tap. That's a pretty amazing goal, I have to say, by Nora Kling. She just got the speed to get ahead of things and was able to get a foot on that ball and just send it in a direction, and there's nothing Hannah Kendhammer could have done on that. She played it the right way, but nothing you could do about it. Number 3.
Scoring for the Old Abes, number 3, Nora Kling.
All right, Raiders have a little work to do now. They definitely are showing they can make it happen, and this might up their intensity level a bit, but you got to take hats off there to Nora Kling. That was just a heck of a goal. Because she put it there too. She wasn't just throwing her leg out there. She kind of knew what she was doing and put that ball right on the goal. Heck of a play. So now at about the 34-minute mark, the Old Abes put the score on the board, and Raiders have a lot of time to come back here. So nothing to fear. But Raiders got to keep those quick passes, and they need to be moving to the right space. And again, those offsides, they've got to be careful of, because those come back to haunt you when you lose those opportunities. But we seem to have figured that piece of the puzzle out. I'm sure Coach Gearing had some sideline conversations with those forwards to try to get them to take that extra look. Kling with a nice takeaway there on Holter, and Raiders again avert danger there. Kendhammer with a nice play. Raiders with good D. Kling kind of using her, not just her speed, but her strength. She's tall and got some leg strength, and she definitely used it on that last play as well. Foul on the Old Abes. Give the Raiders a free kick at midfield. This can be a dangerous play for your Raiders. Maggie McConnell's going to drop this right into the scoring area. Raiders just got to move to that ball, though. A little bit heavy on that, and sends it all the way to goalkeeper Ashlyn Schrader, who gets the punt. Holter gets a chest trap on it and sends it up to Rouleau. Can see Eau Claire's a bit energized by this. Raiders need to match that intensity now and keep the scoring, keep some shots going on goal. They need to move the ball quickly. Tillman lets that ball go out of bounds and is going to take the throw. Gets it into Ava Brown. Steal by the Old Abes. McConnell is on it. Tries a tap out, but there are the Old Abes, and they're going to send it to Kling again. She's got the speed. Kendhammer nicely comes out for that. That was awfully close, but a nice play by Hannah Kendhammer. Ball's through. Again, Raiders clearly. Oh, there's a great play by Maggie Salama. Just took a tough angle. She sends a shot in. That's about a 30-yard, 35-yard shot from that angle. Tough one to put on much heat or get much angle. McConnell slips by her hair, but she picks it back up, brings it up the middle. Ramthen up there, but ball comes away. In for the Old Abes, number 14, Allie Levick. And in for the Raiders, number 8, Haley Huntley. Ball comes through. Salama's got it now. Now, she took a big step there, though. Again, turns to shoot. That's a tough shot to turn while the ball's going one way to shoot the other way. But she gets it on goal. It's a good play. Raiders are finding some seams now themselves. Just need to turn those into higher percentage opportunities or pull back and get across into the scoring area. But they're getting their chances now, more quality chances than they had before. They're up to 6 shots on goal now, so it's not the real high quality shots. Oof, again, very close. Ashlyn Schrader makes a nice play. Ella Bass chasing it down in the middle. We're down to
1 minute.
I was just about to say down to 1 minute, and there it was. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into this first half. When this ends, we will take a 10-minute break, and you are all welcome to come back and enjoy the second half of a very exciting, well-played match here on the River Channel. Another offsides for the Raiders. That makes 10. And Old Abes will get a free kick here. This will pretty much put an end to the half, most likely. Low kick in. They try to get it to Kling, and it snuck through to her. She does a nice little give and go, though. Trying to do a quick little heel turn.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's halftime, folks. We'll take a 10-minute break. Please visit our wonderful concession stand for some cold treats and warm treats, depending on how you're feeling. See you back in 10.
All right, everybody, welcome back for the second half of today's Big Rivers Conference matchup between two of the powerhouses of the conference. We have the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes in white, now playing from left to right on your screen, and the hometown Hudson Raiders in blue playing from right to left on your screen. Our score is a good one. It's 0 for the Raiders, 1 for the Old Abes. Great all-around matchup. The difference maker is just a stellar goal by number 3 Nora Kling of the Memorial Old Abes. Just a beautiful score by Nora. Raiders have had a lot of opportunities, just not able to get a solid shot off yet. So I'm expecting a lot of good stuff here in this second half. Again, thanks to my guy in the booth, or whatever you want to call it, Mike Grickus. He looked up the Big Rivers Conference standings, and it is Hudson currently in the lead with 12 points, meaning they have 6 wins, and Eau Claire Memorial with 11 points, but also River Falls High School with 11 points, and the Raiders play River Falls on Thursday. So a big final 2 games here for the Raiders. Probably can count on Eau Claire Memorial winning their last match based on how other things play out. You never know, of course, but the Raiders to win the conference really need to pull something out of here, whether it's a tie or a win. So the pressure's on them here, and then again. That pressure will be back on them on Thursday because River Falls most likely will be winning their match tonight, I'm going to guess. Always, you never know, but the 3 powerhouses seem to be Eau Claire Memorial, River Falls, and Hudson, and so it's just going to be a fun week of soccer for these Hudson Raider girls to end up where they want to be in the conference here. But they need to do some damage here tonight to make Thursday's game even more interesting. All right, Raiders keep on it. Really no wind factor tonight. It's a very calm night here in Hudson, Wisconsin. So no real advantage. That ball slips by Chloe Gregerson. So thanks again to Mike Grickus on top of things. I coached Mike's son Joe for many years in traveling soccer, and Mike always had my back on things I needed, and he still does. As my wife would say, I need all the help I can get sometimes, so I'll take it. All right. Eau Claire Memorial continuing to pressure here. Both teams making it really tough to get those scoring opportunities. But they're both getting it down, but quick offsides call there. And it'll be interesting this half because the AR, who called 10 offsides on the Raiders in the first half, most, if not all, truly legitimate. At least the ones I saw. I can't argue the ones I didn't see, so I'm not saying anything about his calling. But 10 times the Raiders were offsides. But now he'll be keeping that same close eye on the Old Abes. So we'll see if they get caught up on things or if the Raiders do anything to try to push that, knowing that the ref is very tight on that. Salama picks it up, brings it back to Ransonici, who sends a little chip cross through. Not a bad play because that is a slow-moving ball, so sometimes goalkeepers are not aggressive enough to go get it. In this case, Ashlyn Schrader was. Mr. Salama, good to have you viewing from Vegas. Wow, okay, that's fun. And I don't know what the temperature is there. It's probably a little hotter than here, but probably not by much. I'm guessing you might be there for some work-related event, but hopefully you're having fun as well, my friend. And it's a good match here. And glad you're tuning in. Raiders sneak it through again. Oh, Liam's there too, so you're having fun. This is not a work thing if Liam's there. So, hey to you, Liam. Hope you're doing well, my friend, and hope I see you this summer. So I'll keep my eye out downtown for you, and hope you're doing good. Maybe I'll see you at a match coming up here, unless you win big in Vegas, and then maybe we'll never see you again, but I hope I do. All right. Memorial back on the attack. You can tell the heat's maybe taking a little bit. Girls are giving each other a little more space at times. Ransonichi takes a hard shot right square, but deflects it up for the Raiders. Nice play by Holter. Through ball there. Ramthan's coming. She's showing some speed here. Kept the play from getting to the goalkeeper, but a good turn there by, it's like number 20, Amelia Thule of Eau Claire. In for the Raiders, number 4, Ella Bast. Number 8, Haley Huntley. And number 17, Mateo Langenal. Quick ball in by Ransonichi. Tough angle there. Tried the playback, but Elise Thomas of Eau Claire was right there at the right angle to pick that off. Tillman's on it. She's got a little space. Plays it out nicely. There's Ramthan. Whew. Another offsides on the Raiders. That's 11. That was close. I can't say I saw it because I wasn't paying attention to where Natalie was at the time the ball was passed. Comes a free kick. Ashlyn Schrader is going to take it. That means she's going to send it at least to the 40. Ava Brown with a good defensive play there goes out. That'll be a Eau Claire throw. They do it quickly. It's almost an inadvertent handball, but the ref sees nothing there. Nora Kling trying to make something happen there, but the ball sneaks by. There's a nice through ball. It's going to be a little foot chase. Eau Claire's got the just enough. A beautiful duck just flew over the field. I do not see that very often. Sometimes you wonder if you're seeing things up here, but that was pretty cool, actually. There was 2, I guess. It was beautiful in the sunlight. So, oh boy, how do you say that name? Number 12, Nadia Al-Hashlamoon in for the Old Abes. How do you say that name right? I don't know if I was even close, but all right. The perils of announcing, sometimes the names can be tricky. So here comes a throw for the Raiders deep in their territory. It's number 14, Raina Fort, kind of throwing it into the mess. Eau Claire ends up with it and sends it up to Kling, who used muscle and speed, and she's got some space now. Maggie McConnell cutting off the angle. Really good play by McConnell to cut that angle, and fought off Kling on carrying it up. Raiders are used to having a little more. Ooh, we have an injury on the field. Looks like Britta Holter. Didn't see what happened. See if I can see it on the replay here. No, can't really see what happened out of camera. Looks okay, unless it's an arm injury. Her feet and legs look great. Can't tell if she's favoring her shoulder or arm somehow, but hopefully Britta recovers and bounces back. They need her. She's one of the team captains, as well as a stalwart on the defensive line for the Raiders. So we'll hope for the best for Britta. Maybe bleeding. Okay. All right, ball's played out. Raiders continuing to pressure. We're at the 40, pushing into the 49th minute. Raiders, they've got the ball where they kind of want it there, but Eau Claire's defense is tough. Quick cross there by the Raiders. Comes through. Oof. Nobody there. That's the kind of pass Raiders need, is they need to bring it deep and then pull it back and then get on side, because these refs are calling off sides for everything. Oof. Yeah, I'm not sure that would have been offsides, but referee waved it off. I think he was right there. He saw that it wasn't. Kling adding some pressure on Kendhammer. Nice little through ball there. Ramthan's got it. She's going to try to use her speed now. She needs to get in the box and work it in and try to draw maybe a foul of some sort. Somebody needs to give her some support there. It's a quick play. All right, that's going to give the Raiders a corner kick. That's what they need. They need to aggressively go after that corner. Looks like Ava Brown is queuing up to take that kick. We have a big group of players coming in. We're going to just let that go. We've almost doubled our viewership in the second half. We're up to 50 viewers, which is exciting. If any of you want to join the rest and share where you're from, it looks like the Salama boys in Vegas are our furthest viewers. Anybody can, oof, right there for the Raiders, but nice header out by, there's a quick pop in. Not enough on that though, and Ashlyn Schlater lets that go out of bounds. Will be a free kick for, or a goal kick for Eau Claire. Ball goes way out, Salama's on it. Nice play by Maggie, brings it down, but defense is right there. Tillman's on it. She's going to send it out wide. That's a nice angled play. Matea Langen all over there. Just the angle suited the Old Abes a little bit more than it did the Raiders, and they get the ball out. Now they got it again. That ball is Sophie Bass there trying to make something, but the Raiders get another throw. This time they're going to bring it back. That's to Haley Huntley. Weird bouncing kick there. I don't know how that happened. Langen all on it. Gets a nice sneak ball through. That's what the Raiders need. That's what they need. Oof. Ashlyn Schrader, though, she's got a lot of courage. She goes out no matter what's going to happen, and she picks that off. Sends a big punt up the field. That's about a 60-yard punt, and I'm not sure that's even all she got in her there. Fast on it. LeClaire just sending it wide. They're not even trying to pass it out of the zone. Just get it out of bounds. They're going to try to hang on to that lead, even if it's 1-0. Again, the Raiders in. Nice cutback. Oh, it's a tough. Oh. All right, they found a little crack there. Ashlyn Schrader had shown really strong hands in catching balls like that right out of the air, and she bounced that, which sort of left an opportunity, but she played it well, and she's got it back again. Raiders really having a nice sequence here of attacking. Still looking for that real solid opportunity in front of the goal, though. Tough angled shots are largely what we're seeing so far. And nobody there picking up the rebounds, or at least not in the right spot for the Raiders. So, quick turn. And we're going to have some subs in. Yeah. All right, here we go. Moving into the 54-minute mark. Last game I saw with the Raiders, they ended up winning 11-0, and the game ended early. There's no way we're going to be there tonight. Little head over attempt Tillman's on it. She's said some nice little crosses in this second half. That's not a bad play there. Rancinici just a step off bounds, I think. Or Salama, maybe both of them. That's 12. Okay, the big hit there on the Raiders. No foul called, but it'll be a throw in for the Raiders. Just because you go down doesn't always mean it's a foul, though. There's a quick ball through. Can't see who's on it for the Raiders. Comes out wide. Nice ball through. That's shielded. Gonna be a goal kick. Raiders really controlling the time of possession in the second half. But nothing to show for it yet. But if they keep it up, we're looking for good things to happen here. Must be another injury.
In for the Old A's, number 7, Adeline Vergoots.
Kind of like that German name. It's fun to say. Oh, there's a quick, tough angle. You'd really almost like to see that. You could just play that off the defense for a corner kick, but you go with your gut at the moment, and that wasn't a bad attempt, but sometimes a tough angle to get around on to send that ball across. So another ball up. That's Lily Rouleau. Send it out wide, and that's going to be a throw in for the Raiders. Big throw by Tillman up to Langenall. Again, while there's a lot of seniors on this Raider team, 12 to be exact, there's a lot of quality underclassmen who play a lot. So this team is poised to be, ooh, here we go. Salama's on it, comes to Langenall, who settles it nicely, takes a blast, oh my goodness, and then bobbled, but collected by Ashlyn Schrader. Langenall with just a stellar play there to settle that ball just dead on her feet so that she could drill it like that. Just a really nice play. You have less angle when you're kind of in front there sometimes, and she put a nice shot on, but credit to Ashlyn Schrader playing a great game. That ball gets out wide, no offsides. Salama's on it. She's going to have a little time to do something. Sends across to Rancinici. Tough ball to settle. Sends it across. Rouleau gets set for the shot, but gets blocked. Tillman on it. Lots of pressure on Tillman. And Eau Claire just dumps it out of bounds. Raiders putting a lot of pressure on. I love it. Finally getting some opportunities. Langenall sends a throw in. It's collected by... Be a throw in for the Raiders again. Langenall with the throw. Rampton on it. And that's going to be a corner kick. All right. Raiders have a good history of making good things happen on corner kicks. Tonight, so far, Eau Claire has won that battle. But all it takes is one. Raiders really need one here. Let's see what they can do. It's a nice ball. It's right where you want it. A little high for Rancinici. Kind of heads it over. Rampton on it out there. Quick ball out. All right. Not a bad play there. Raina Fort with the shot from a little bit of distance, but not a bad shot. Handled nicely by Ashlyn Schrader, though, and gets the punt. This has been a really well-played game from the point that there's not really been any fouls, really, to speak of either. You know, what's the... Huh. Okay. It's an offsides call, I believe. I'm not... I was watching that one. I don't know, but I guess, you know, there's a different angle on the field. That's 13 now on the Raiders. Comes Ramthan. Oh, she sneaks around. Oh. She had a situation similar to what Nora Kling had. If she could have gotten around a little bit more, she had the far side of the goal wide open. Again, too many players. These mass substitutions. Can't track all the numbers. But we got a lot coming and going. Here we go. Hitting the 60-minute mark, 20 minutes left in this very important game. This would be a transfer of second place to first place, potentially, between Eau Claire and Hudson in the Big Rivers Conference matchups with or rankings with one game left. Of course, River Falls is probably going to win as well, so they would also transfer to be a tie for first place. And then Thursday's games mean everything. Not sure who Eau Claire Memorial plays on Thursday, but that game will have a huge impact, as will the Raiders River Falls matchup on Thursday night. So exciting finale in the schedule to align with the standings. So you don't always see that in way offsides there. That's 14, folks, and that is that's a big piece of this puzzle of what's happening tonight. It's not everything, but it's big. Big kick up. Ultimately, the Raiders will be poised to be positioned well in sections, whether they finish first, second, third. Another offsides, and that was offsides. It's 15. You want to be as close to it as possible because, you know, sometimes that half a second, that extra step, it makes a big difference. But when it's being called this closely, you really have to watch. You really got to be cognizant of where you're at on the field. Nice play by Tillman. She sends a nice ball up. No offsides, but a little too much. Langenall's, there was a bit of hesitation from Schrader. Langenall was putting in, but Schrader decides ultimately to come out and get it, and Raider attack averted. Really nice defensive play there for the Raiders. Looks like Maggie McConnell there. It's all the way up. Raiders almost think there's got to be an offsides. Oh, that's a hit from behind. That ball, woo, corner kick at least. Great opportunity, great play by the Raiders. Fought off attack, that push from behind, but you're never going to get a call on that in the box. If she'd flattened her out, maybe would have got the call. But that's a gamble. If you flop, you might get the call, but then you don't get the shot. That's what it is. It's a flop. Oh, Raiders are there. The ball. Oh. Raiders giving some great pressure here in the in this half so far. In for the old Abes, number 9, Katie Tautant. Number 15, Avery Brettel. And number 3, Nora Kling. So Kling had been out for quite a while. That's the big difference maker in this game, Nora's play on offense and her spectacular score in the first half. But Raiders keep the pressure on. They've got 16 minutes left. There's plenty of time to get that all-important game-tying score. And we're going to see Eau Claire subbing a lot to help kill the clock. Perfectly legal in soccer. Referees, though, if they feel it's getting a little egregious, they can call for the clock to stop at times, or they can deny substitutions. Only the center ref allows the substitutions, so they can deny them at times. Here comes Langenal. Just went off her left foot a little poorly there. Rouleau with a nice attack, though, to try to keep that ball alive in the box, kind of sacrificing. Oh, Tillman, that was big, because if that ball got through, man, there was nothing but space for Eau Claire. So great play by Nevaeh Tillman. Down to 15 minutes left in the half in the match. Raiders pushing. Oh. That ball was centered about 5 yards further back. Rampton was right there to bury it. The Raiders are so close. It's very tough to know those things and make them happen, though, when you're sprinting and someone's pushing you and on you. So Raiders getting the opportunities now. They just got to capitalize. Raiders subbing quite a bit, too. Nobody wants anybody tired on the field. Looks like Rancinici coming into the match. We have not seen Lindsay Ferrara in the game, I don't think. I wonder if she's got an injury of some sort. I think I saw on maybe a video I saw or something that maybe she had an injury. If anybody knows and can put it in the chat, I'd love to know kind of what happened. I forgot to ask Coach Gearing that when I saw her before the game. Here comes Memorial now on the attack. There hasn't been a lot of attacking by them. They get it in. Kendhammer collects it. He's ready to send that ball for a ride. Halter looks like she's coming back into the game, which is exciting for the Raiders. Glad to see that Britta is not severely or significantly injured. Ball gets through the Kendhammer. It's like a whole different feel on the offense for Eau Claire when Nora Kling is in the match. Big punt by Kendhammer. That's going to bounce over. Close to an offside there, but no call. Kendhammer plays it to tough angle there for Tillman. I think at this stage of the game, you got to give that ball a ride, get it up the field as hard and fast as you can. Now Eau Claire's going to have a corner kick. Raiders defense has to be strong. They need to bring back numbers. They need to stay on Kling because she has height as well, as do a number of the Eau Claire offensive members on the field. Oh, wow. What a header. What a header. That looked like Kling again, number 3. Jeff Munter, you see number 3? Yeah, I think so. I think it was. Scoring for the Old Abes, number 3, Nora Kling. So Kling with her second goal of the night, a beautiful header, used her height, really, met that ball, just, textbook, met it, hit it the direction she wanted. Kling with 2 really nice goals tonight. Nothing, again, that Ken Hammer can do about that. And the Old Abes are going to expand their lead to 2-0. There's still 12 minutes left, though. So with the way the Raiders' attack has been, don't count them out, folks. A win is less of a concern for the Raiders right now, but a tie means a ton. So a tie would put them right with Eau Claire, and then a game against River Falls would put them right where they want to be for a conference championship. It may end up being a tied conference championship, but we'd have to see how the other matches played out. But at least getting a tie tonight would mean a lot. So the Raiders got to keep the pressure on. They don't need to focus on the win as much as just getting the first goal and then shooting for the tie. Rampton's got it, a little bit of space. I don't know if people are tiring out or what's going on, but a lot more standing around on both sides. Raiders got to just keep popping that up into the offensive area, I think, and oh, it's not a bad shot there. I like that. You rifle that shot, you're probably going to miss it 100%, but she took a little off it, tried to place it. Actually tried to slow it down a little bit, maybe hoping Kling was going to be flying in there on the far side, they called it the weak side, the side the ball's not on, and but she wasn't there. Either way, nice play. Seen a lot of nice play out of the Memorial Old Abes here tonight. It's been a great match all around. Raiders just not able to get those capitalizing shots on goal yet. Still 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes, so it's a lot of time. I've seen this team score 3 goals in 10 minutes, so against quality opponents too. So again, not a lot of fouls called tonight. It's just a really nice soccer matchup between 2 good teams, that play physical. Oh, nice cutback. Kendhammer. Oh. Yeah, that was a goal. Yeah, it was. It hit in the white. It was a goal. I need to track and see who scored. Yeah, I think that was maybe 17. I think it was 17. We're going to rewatch it here. See if we can see who scored. Comes Rampton. Another nice play. The 3-goal lead's going to be tough now for the Raiders. I'm not able to track the goal here for some reason. Maybe it's coming here on my screen. Another offsides on the Raiders. Yeah, here it comes. I think that's 17. 17, Elise Thomas. Scoring for the Old Abes, number 17, Elise Thomas. Took a little bit, but we usually get there. About 8.5 minutes left. Not going to count the Raiders out, but a 3-goal lead is tough against, and this offense is kicking it again for Eau Claire. Honestly, as soon as Nora Kling came in, the offense totally re-engaged and got their confidence, and Raiders are going to put a bunch of players in to close this one out, save their seniors for a big match on Thursday, which could have a lot a lot of impact. So you have to go in and win that game against River Falls for sure, and hope that Eau Claire Memorial will fall in their final conference matchup against whoever that may be. So they don't in high school. If it's they don't. It's always a tie. Only in the playoffs do they play extra time. Yeah. Yeah, and they don't even add injury time or anything like regular. All right, Ramtham's got a nice, cuts back nice. Too much defense, though. In this game, we have to really just keep the ball moving forward. There's going to be a lot of tracking on that. Number 6, Sophie Bast in the game for the Raiders. But 16 offsides. Can't say now that the score is 3-0 in favor of Eau Claire that the offsides had the impact it felt like it was having, but 16 opportunities the Raiders lost on those offsides. So definitely had some impact. Never know exactly what. Good learning experience heading into the end of the season and sectionals for the Raiders, though. And, we still got 6 minutes left here, so let's see what happens with these girls. Two goals for Nora Kling, the big difference maker tonight, and then Elise Thomas buries a shot that Kendhammer did her best to deflect upwards, hit the crossbar, and then bounced into the goal and bounced out. It happened so quickly, but it definitely landed in the white zone behind the goal, which is a goal. So referee was on top of it, made a nice call, and Eau Claire's played a nice offensive game. They've capitalized on their opportunities. Raiders will be better from this experience heading into the sections, though. Big ball up. Staying in bounds. Everybody kind of slowed down, unfortunately. I think they could have made something happen there. Anyway, we're down to about 5 minutes in the half, or in the match. In for the Old Abes, number 11, Rue Burkholtz. And number 22, Piper Gunderson. So Eau Claire putting in some players who had not been in the match yet, so giving some bench players some time. That'll serve them well for the sections and for prepping for next year. Big ball through by Maggie. Comes through. Too much speed on that far side for Eau Claire, though, and that's going to be a goal kick. Down to 4 minutes in the match. Visiting Eau Claire Memorial High School Old Abes 3, hometown Hudson Raiders 0. Tough match. Raiders have played well. They've played hard. Nothing to be ashamed of in this match. No fouls, no egregious plays. Just a good battle that Eau Claire is going to win this time. That's a nice, no offsides there, but man, there's some speed over there for Eau Claire. Got to bring that ball back. Tries to sneak it on the near post, which is a tough play against a high-quality goalkeeper. I'd like to see the Raiders take that ball and sneak it back towards the penalty mark. But you do what you got to do in the heat of the moment. So certainly nothing wrong with taking that shot if it feels good and you feel like you got it, and teams have to communicate about what a player should do as well. So Sneaky ball through. Ava Brown's got it. Again, tries to chip it at a tough angle. Picked off by Ashlyn Schrader again, who's played a pretty spectacular game in goal. She's made some nice saves. So when you combine what Nora Kling has done on the offensive end with what Ashlyn Schrader has done on the goalkeeping end, two spectacular games for those girls on Eau Claire's side. Ken Dammers played a nice game in goal for the Raiders too. Just some tough goals scored on her. That you know, she played them the way you're supposed to as a goalkeeper. And when the offense has spectacular plays, there's not much you can do about it as a goalkeeper, and it can be a helpless feeling. But Hannah needs to realize she played a nice game tonight as well. Good takeaway by McConnell. Carries it up, sneaking it through to, I think that's Haley Huntley. Tries to send it up. Pushing into the last minute and a half. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'd like to thank my River Channel colleague, Jeff Munter, for his great work on the technical side of things. And I believe we will be broadcasting Thursday from River Falls. So tune in, because that's an important matchup here that could mean a lot in the final standings. So thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
One minute. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's your matchup tonight. Victory to Eau Claire Memorial. I'd like to thank our players for a really excellent match. I'd like to thank our coaches. To thank our athletic trainers for supporting our students, our friends around the field for collecting balls, our officials for doing a great job tonight. Special thanks to our Hudson parents on Parent Night, and of course, we like to thank our visitors from Eau Claire. Thank you for coming, and hope everybody has a good night and drive safely.